Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to talk to you guys about DKOldies. I just recently sold a couple items to them and turned around and bought items with that same credit. And I want to go through my experience with them and give you guys just the kind of the whole experience. And I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to change up my games. I want to get more into retro gaming, mainly the GameCube and the Wii. The two consoles I really missed out on. I was big in the PC gaming when those two systems were popular and new. But I went and I bought some games from DK Oldies, and we'll go over that. But first, I kind of want to talk about why DK Oldies is getting all this flack. Like, people are making fun of them constantly about their prices being high and their little YouTube videos they make, and I honestly like them. I think they're fun, and it's a good way to show different video games and different things that came from the past. So, first off, a couple things. So, I traded in. I'm going to show them on the screen here, but a few games I traded in were Super Smash Bros. Brawl. All right, this one wasn't complete. I didn't have the manuals or any of the pack-in stuff that went with it, but the game is in great condition and the case is in great condition. Next was Super Mario Party 9, which this one actually goes for a lot of money. I was seeing online anywhere between $90 and $100 just for this one game, which I thought was kind of unique. But this one I do have complete. Or do I? Yes, I had this one complete. I had the extra pack-ins with it and everything. The registration card, you can see all that there. I sent all that in. Now, don't get mad at me, guys. I did turn in a Super Mario Galaxy, but if you notice, it's the Nintendo Selects version. I do have a normal copy. If you look at this photo here, the bottom left, it shows another Super Mario Galaxy. This is one of the original ones. It's not a Nintendo Select or a discounted one. This is a true Super Mario Galaxy. And that one is complete and is immaculate. So I still have that one. Next, I traded in a original copy of NBA Jam complete. This is from when I was a kid. I don't know how this game survived my childhood, and I remember playing it quite a lot. So this one was a cheaper one. I think it's worth like $10, but a complete inbox Genesis game I traded in. And here is my Game Boy Color, a Atomic Purple. I traded this one in. I only have 2 blemishes on this. The front has a little yellow spot I couldn't get off. I think that was some sort of epoxy. Don't ask me how that got on there. I have no clue. Once again, I was a young boy when I had this, a savage, if you will. And I had the backplate too. A lot of times, or the battery compartment case cover comes off and goes, and the stickers. And this was in incredibly good shape. You can see my name I had Sharpied on the back, but it was a very good and well-working Game Boy Color. Next, this is kind of unique, a Vigilante 8 Game Boy game. It's the only Game Boy game I had. And you can see a battery pack here. It takes a AAA battery and it has a rumble feature. Super unique for a game. And this game runs about $40 for a Game Boy cart, which I thought was neat. The game's not good at all, so it'd be collecting just to collect it. But those are the games I traded in, and each one is in great shape. There is nothing wrong with any of them. And a couple things here. I got a quote from DKOldies. I think it was like the 26th of December, the day after Christmas, after my family left, and they took about a day, or I sent the email in, they took a day or so, and then they quoted me $111 cash or $132 store credit. Obviously, I took the store credit because I don't need the cash, and I just wanted more games. But what I also did too is I took those games down to a shop here where I live close to, a game shop, their store, and I wanted to see the value on the trade-in. Now, it's not a mom and pop store, but it's not a GameStop. It's kind of a chain. I got 4 or 5 stores in the Gulf Coast area. So it's not Game Exchange. They're not that big. They're a little smaller than Game Exchange, but nonetheless, they're my local store that I go to. It's where I actually bought Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and I paid a little extra for it, but that's fine. And they quoted me $80 store credit, so that's $50 less than what DKOldies quoted me. So we could make fun of GameStop all day for bringing them 100 of games and them giving me a quarter, right? That's a joke. But this store, I don't want to say their name. I don't know. I wasn't happy with that. So obviously I went with DKOldies. I already had my quote with DKOldies, but I wanted to give the local store a chance. And, well, unfortunately, didn't go so well for them. So I threw my games in a box. DKOldies emailed me a shipping label. I printed it out. I stuck it on the box. Actually, you know what? My wife did all that. Sorry, my wife took it to the Walgreens or whatever, shipped it off with FedEx, got there in 2 days. They sent me an email. This is where things kind of went a little south. I wouldn't say south. They got a little choppy. They emailed me. They asked me questions about if I wanted credit or cash. I said credit, and then a day went by. I expected an hour to go by. A day goes by. All right, the next day, somebody else emails me. All right, what's the account? It was simply, do you have an account? I said yes. Another day goes by. They say, okay, what is the account? I give them the account. I was like, well, here's my name. I don't have an account number. And they go, another day goes by. So every time my point is, every time they responded to me, a full day would pass. So that was frustrating. It took about 4 days for them to put the credit into my account. But as soon as I did, they put exactly that amount that we agreed upon before I even sent the games. They gave you a quote before you sent off your games, and so I did that, and they have you write it down, put it in the box, and then they send it. Or you send it to them, they open it, and then they're good to go. So they did hold true on their quote, which I think is pretty awesome because they gave me a quote without even looking at it. That's a huge risk on their part. Now, I'm sure if I sent them something and it was trash, not what I had sent them, it's like, say I catfished them, if you will, I'm sure at that point they would, we'd have some more discussion and more negotiation on price. But no, they were good with it. They gave me a thumbs up, and they gave me $132 store credit. So here's going to be my unboxing now of how I got the package. And just, just watch. You'll see. All right. Here we go. Here's our package. Came priority mail. So USPS in one of these little sleeves. I would have preferred it in a box, but that is what it is. So let's go ahead and open it. Just gonna use a knife. I was trying not to, but whatever. All right. Close that. It's not gonna hurt. First thing I'm gonna do. Well, I'll look at the package later, but first thing coming out. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Really clean looking. Oh man, I got the disc. Galaxy 2. Says it got the manual, so this should be complete. I don't know if this comes with anything else. Oh, it does. Awesome. It's got the registration card. Cool. Awesome. Perfectly complete. Little scuff up on here on the top, but I'm okay with that. I am not a what do you want to call it? Aggressive collector where everything needs to be perfect, but I want to make sure we're good. I don't see any scuffs or scratches there, so we're good on the disc. All right, Mario Galaxy. Awesome. All right, Donkey Kong Returns. This was something you guys requested, and it made me think about it, so take a look at it. I got a little, you can't see it too well on camera, but a little crease here on the top. I think I paid $25 for this one. Take a look at that. The back looks okay. Again, this should be complete. All right, so we got the manual. All right, this one's got a little scuff on the bottom. Not a big deal again. Looking good there. All right, the extra inserts. Okay, all these look good. Good to go there. And let's look at the disc. Just looks good there. And we are golden. Awesome. Cool. So far we're 2 for 2. But these were my complete inbox games, my Wii games. Oh, almost forgot to put the manual back. All right. What's next? Oh, there's some foam. Oh, man, this one's loose. Oh, a couple loose things here. All right, my GameCube memory card. I got some marker on here. I kind of wish that was cleaned up a little. I think I paid $15 for this. A little bit of dirt in there. All right, it's not really focusing, but it's a little dirty. It's unfortunate. I was really hoping DKOldies. I know this is used and is old, but I was really hoping they would clean up a little. I watch, you know, their videos all the time, and they focus on their cleaning department a lot. So I was hoping this would be perfect. But okay, not a big deal. All right, so we got Uncharted 4. All right, they didn't have a box with it. Not a big deal. 007, Everything or Nothing on Xbox. It's good. I'm sure the discs look fine, so I'm not even going to do that. But hold on a minute. It's a GameCube game, right? I had to get another GameCube game, so I don't just have Wind Waker. I have something else. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And that looks okay. Put that back in. All right. Lastly, Time Splitters. Time Splitters 2. I was going to get this on GameCube, but it runs so much better on Xbox, and it was way cheaper. This was only $15. So, complete in box, right? It should have everything in there. It does. The mail-in, the mailer, all that. So, cool. All right. So, that's how it came. It's a quick unbox. So, this one is probably the cleanest out of all of them. So, overall, my conclusion, working with DKOldies, you know, I sent them good games from my childhood and games that I'll never play again, like Mario Party 9. That game was awful, but for some reason it's going for such a high value. I don't get it. But you know what? People will pay what they want for games. The time that it took to get the credit on my account was a little slow, but just beware of that. That's kind of it. The slight issues with, say, the game card, memory card, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to clean that up again on myself, and for the price I paid for that, that doesn't need to come brand new in box, like in a package, but it should have came clean. So I'm knocking them off some points on that one. What else was there? Oh, the little imperfections on the Wii games, right? Those are supposed to be complete in box, and if I was, as I said, a aggressive collector, I wouldn't be okay with that, you know. For the price I paid for that Mario Galaxy 2, almost $50, the little wrinkle on that could have upset somebody who is an aggressive collector. But, you know, I'm being nitpicky here. I really am being nitpicky. Let's be honest. Like, overall, this DKOldies did what they said they do. You know, they took the games in that I traded them or I gave them, and they gave me back fairly really good quality games, right? So I'm overall incredibly happy, and I will be doing more business with DKOldies when that time comes. So I'm gonna give them an 8 out of 10. All right. So I mean that's really good. That's a solid B. I can't give them a 9 for the dirty GameCube game and the slow turnaround on them getting back to me. I mean, they could have just given me a phone call. We could have hashed that out in 5 seconds, but you know, that's how they operate and want to do business, is over email. So that's fine. I know they have my phone number, but you know, that's whatever. That's on them. I really like them. If you guys subscribe to them on YouTube, that's neat. That's what I do. I like watching them. But as always, please comment down below on things from DKOldies. If you've ever used DKOldies, what games you want to get and what games you think I should get and what games you want to see me play. Right? I'm going to be streaming all these games. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but please stay tuned to the channel. And if you're watching this in the future, I should have all these games already up. You should see these games streamed. I keep everything. I vlog everything so you can see it. But I'm rambling now. I'm just kind of talking. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.